Okay, so when we look at the way that menopause is talked about, a lot of the time, it's using very, very negative language. And when we consider how compassion can help us reframe that experience, then it starts to introduce a kind of softer language, a softer tone of voice, and that helps us manage our experience much more effectively. And there's also something about when we're endlessly absorbing or repeating negative language, negative messaging, the impact on our body is that we end up with a higher stress response. And so what compassion does is it helps us soften that stress response as well. And it brings us into what we call our parasympathetic nervous system, which is when we're into rest and repair, rather than our sympathetic nervous system, which is when we're in this kind of fight, flight, like more agitated place. So for me, compassion is actually the answer to pretty much everything. Any question that you ask me, it is going to form part of the answer. And to the point around reframing our menopause experience, again, you know, there's so much around menopause which only looks at this experience of almost like something is being done to us. And, you know, we have this, you know, life throws this thing at us in this stage of life. And it can feel quite overwhelming. It can feel like we've got no control. When we start to reframe that as being, this is a life stage, and actually, as we move through the perimenopausal years, into menopause, into postmenopause, we're actually coming into a place where we come into like our wisdom years. We come into like this maturity of being, you know, our full, whole self. And it can be an incredibly beautiful thing.